am not a phantom, as I am sometimes called. Neither am I a phenomenon. People say I'm simply phenomenal.
Jakob Maria Mierscheid, now 76, has been a Bundestag member for the SPD for the past 30 years. Although no one's actually ever seen him, his presence is felt more strongly than most. He twitters and blogs, although he's otherwise very media shy. One of his old SPD colleagues understands Mierscheid's concept of politics.
He observes things and tries to comprehend them in terms of their satirical reality. He does that very well sometimes. Everyone enjoys hearing his point of view.
Dietrich Sperling should know. He shared an office with Mierscheid when the Bundestag was still in Bonn. This was where the legend was born. 30 years ago, some SPD deputies invented Mierscheid as a replacement for a deceased colleague. They made the fictitious policymaker known by having his name called out in the Bundestag.
Since he was called by telephone to report here and there, the matter made it into the papers, saying that Jakob Mierscheid, a new MP, was engaging in his first activities. He became well known quite quickly.
That was just what Mierscheid's inventors, Karl Heser and his colleagues, were hoping for. Mierscheid was supposed to make a name for himself by saying things others didn't dare to.
The Bundestag isn't there just for fun. You have to make things happen there. And he accomplished that. As for his ideas, they weren't all implemented, but they were considered as food for thought.
Ideas like rent subsidies for big dogs, but only ones that looked after small children. And in 2005, Mierscheid submitted the name of Germany's controversial healthcare minister, Ulla Schmidt, as the worst word of the year. He got plenty of flack from party allies, but that's nothing new for Mierscheid.
He is always ready for fun, always full of irony. Sometimes, for people who don't know the story, it can get a bit insulting, but he doesn't mean it as an insult.
This, as the story goes, is where Mierscheid hails from, Moorbach, in the Hunsrück region. People here are proud of their fictitious member of parliament. In recognition of his years of commitment, the local male choir awarded its member Jakob Mierscheid the Golden Honor Pin. He doesn't show up much for rehearsals, but his basso voice is legendary.
He sang here before he became a member of parliament. We proudly believe that we were a kind of springboard for him to get into the political arena.
Even the CDU mayor gushes effusively about SPD politician Mierscheid.
He's one of the most famous sons of our community, maybe even the most famous. 30 years in the Bundestag and counting. Who else can claim such an achievement? That's recognized across the political spectrum. With his statements, he's helped shape politics in Bonn and then Berlin for decades.
Little wonder, then, that some SPD members consider him a hot prospect for the next general election.
Basically, Steinmeier must become chancellor and Mierscheid his deputy.
Maybe not. But it is sure that Mierscheid will return for the Bundestag's next session. The SPD will be counting on him to keep pointing out the many idiosyncrasies of political life in Berlin.
People say it's good that I'm around, but sad that I'm necessary.